Certain misdemeanor offenders housed in county jails could be transferred to state correctional facilities under a bill heard by the Nebraska Legislature's Judiciary Committee earlier this month. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a bill aimed at allowing counties to transfer pre-adjudicated inmates for safekeeping to a Nebraska Department of Corrections facility was heard by the Judiciary Committee on February 6th. Bill introducer Kurt Friesen says jails in smaller counties don't have the appropriately trained staff to safely manage prisoners with violent behavior or severe mental illness. The goal is that the inmate, even if being housed on a misdemeanor charge, could go to the state facility and get professional care that smaller jails are not able to offer. Scott Frakes, the director of the Nebraska Department of Correctional Services, says not only would this legislation continue to feed people into an already crowded state prison system, but additional burden would also tax resources needed by other NDCS inmates.
First of all, I do not believe misdemeanors belong in prison. That's why we have misdemeanor crimes and felony crimes, and prisons were designed to house and take care of felons. So that's one component. And then we try our very, very best to be a very good partner, both because I want to help them meet their need. I want to help them take care of these people that need to be taken care of.
The bill has not yet advanced to the legislative floor for debate, and the Judiciary Committee took no immediate action on the bill. Well, seatbelt use is credited with helping prevent serious injuries to a teen driver in a one-vehicle rollover in Scottsbluff on Friday afternoon. Scottsbluff Police and Fire responded to the scene around 3:30 on Friday, just north of the North Platte River Bridge on Avenue I, to find a vehicle rolled over in the ditch west of the roadway. Authorities say it appears that the teen driver from Gering was southbound when she lost control, caused the vehicle to go down the embankment, trip, and roll. The driver had to be extricated from the vehicle and was taken by ambulance to the hospital, but police say it appears she was only held for observation. Authorities believe the driver may have had a medical episode immediately before the accident, and distracted driving was not a factor. And a voter-approved law to expand Medicaid in Nebraska is quietly taking shape as the state prepares to extend health coverage to an estimated 90,000 recipients. But still, challenges must be resolved, and officials have not set a firm date to start enrolling people. Nebraska officials say they face a huge undertaking with a lot of moving parts. Now, even though they must submit their plan to the federal government by April 1st, administrators say that review could take time. Nebraska Medicaid Director Matthew Van Patten says administrators want to err on the side of doing it properly rather than rushing the process. Some advocates say they would like to see enrollment start by this fall so people can get covered by January of 2020. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer will be in with your full week weather forecast. Stick around. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
We have some snow showers coming our way this evening. Temperatures are going to fall into the single digits. Enough snow out there. We'll probably get the ground white, maybe a little more than that in some areas. Most of it's going to be fairly light in the snowfall department. But do expect some snow showers, just enough to make your morning commute a little slippery tomorrow. Below normal temperatures are going to continue. We'll have off and on snow shower chances through the weekend. And then temperatures going to remain below normal. We don't see a warm up in sight. In fact, probably trending even colder before it gets warmer. 25 was our high yesterday. That happened right after midnight. We fell all day long, got down to 0 before midnight, and then fell below 0 after midnight into the early morning hours this morning. 45 and 16, your normal highs and lows. 68 and 20 below your records for yesterday on the map. Nothing in the rain gauge, just a couple of hundred shy of normal for the month and year as well. Well, this is the big story going forward. We've got warm air here in the southeast, much above normal temps for Florida, Atlanta, up into Washington, D.C., and even New York. But the rest of the country, the whole rest of the country, from even Houston and Dallas up through Chicago, all the rest of the United States expected below normal temperatures. And look at our area. We get these dark purples that are on the map. That is a very high likelihood of below normal temps. So as we go through the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to be colder than normal, much colder than normal, in fact, in many locations. It doesn't necessarily mean record-setting cold, but enough below normal temperatures that it's going to be felt for probably the next 2 weeks here across the high plains. We're going to start to dry out a little bit as well. Below normal chances of precip here in the south. We're still kind of in the above normal chances, although it's a slight chance of above normal. So this map doesn't necessarily show you how much above normal, but the likelihood of it being above or below normal. So a slight chance of above normal precip, but a very high chance of below normal temperatures as we go through this time of year. So that could mean highs in the 20s and 30s, but even colder than that, certainly on tap for us at times, I think. Temperatures right now are in the teens across the area, 20 at Hayes. It's 5 in Rapid City. Here in our area, temperatures primarily in the teens as well. It's 20 in Sydney, only 10 though in Chadron, 12 in Cheyenne. Winds are out of the southeast, blowing at anywhere from 5 to 15 miles an hour, and that's dropping wind chills into the single digits. We're all at above 0 except Cheyenne at 3 below. Everybody else in that 0 to 11 right now in Ogallala. So it doesn't feel nearly as warm as what it looks like as we go outside tonight. Tomorrow, getting on the bus, it's going to be cold. Probably some snow showers to start the day. 8 degrees is all. 8 for a low temperature or high temperature tomorrow when you get on the bus. The snow should come to an end. Still going to remain cloudy on the way home and temps into the low 20s. Let's take a look at our futurecast then. For tonight, we're going to start to see the snow come up from the south, and it's going to move here across the region as we go through the early overnight hours and into the early morning hours tomorrow. Temps are going to bottom out right around 0, a couple of degrees above 0 for most of us. I think we'll stay on the positive side of 0 thanks to those clouds. If those clouds weren't in place, we would not be talking about above normal or above 0 temperatures. Snow going to hang with us through most of the day tomorrow before it finally ends from northwest to southeast and pushes away from the area. And then by late tomorrow night, we'll start to clear out here across the region. Wednesday actually looks sunny, but maybe a bit breezy at times. Highs tomorrow, right around that 20-degree mark. That's as good as we're going to do here across the region. Snowfall, here's a look at 5 different forecast models for Scotts Bluff. Right in that half an inch to an inch and a half. Most of them settling in around an inch. I think that's what we're going to go with. Probably an inch or less for us will be a pretty good bet as we go through the night tonight into tomorrow. We'll call it an inch or less for us here in Scotts Bluff, Torrington, Kimball, maybe 1 to 2 inches Alliance down to Chadron, maybe a little more around Oshkosh and then near Ogallala as well. The further southeast you go, we could see a bit more in the way of precip. Our 7-day forecast doesn't really warm us up any. We have temperatures that are going to stay in the 20s tomorrow. We'll get into the low 30s on Wednesday, but again, a bit breezy at times. Thursday, we bring in another chance of some snow showers into Friday. Temps fall back into the 20s, maybe some 30s again around Saturday and into Sunday before another chance of snow showers returns on Monday.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and matches here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Welcome back. Eastern Wyoming College has just received approval from the Wyoming Community College Commission to offer a new Associate of Arts degree in Human Services. The primary student audience for this new degree is a student interested in a 2-year degree with job potential in helping professions. The communities in EWC's service area have social, community, and health services, which employ people trained in human services. This degree may be also of interest to students who have completed the Certified Nurse Assistant course or are transferring on to focus on areas such as counseling or healthcare management. Staying in eastern Wyoming, as Goshen County Public Schools will not be moving to a 4-day school week. The Board of Trustees voted 7-2 against the proposal during a meeting last week. Board Chair Catherine Patrick says board members who were opposed to the plan expressed concerns about student achievement and well-being, and there were also concerns about classified employees losing up to 20% of their income and possibly becoming ineligible for health care benefits due to a cut in hours. Patrick says the district will be working on finding more time for collegial activities to help teaching staff collaborate and work on curriculum to effective teaching methods. And it was a busy weekend for Nebraska State Troopers across I-80 this weekend, as troopers performed 216 motorist assists, responded to 43 crashes, and assisted other agencies with 28 additional incidents. NSP Colonel John Bolduck says it's imperative for drivers to know what the expected weather conditions are and making sure that your vehicle is ready for winter driving. Any driver who needs assistance on the roads can call star 55 from a cell phone to reach the NSP Highway Helpline, and if there is an emergency, call 911. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell will be in with the latest from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. He'll be back with that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
The Mixing Bowl in Gering, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays. Or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Danakuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gering, bringing great food and great people together.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Basketball, and more basketball. Plenty to check on here today on a Monday from the Sports Desk. But First, the state wrestling championships were held last Thursday through Saturday, and although maybe the overall number of kids from the Panhandle down just a bit, still plenty of great performances that included some state champions. Scottsbluff topped the region with 2 guys winning gold. Sophomore Paul Garcia became a 2-time champ with a title at 113 pounds, and teammate Devontae Gutierrez picked up gold at 145. Scottsbluff able to finish 6th in the Class B team standings. Other champs from the region, Quentin Chavez of Gering at 106 in Class B. In C1, Casey Benavidez claiming gold from Bridgeport, and Baird's Carson Hunter won a state title for the Tigers there at 195. Another successful state wrestling meet for Western Nebraska. Now to the hardwood. The boys' Class B8 Subdistrict Tournament starts tonight with Alliance the top seed. That means they'll be hosting on their home floor. We'll have doubleheader coverage here on KNEB.TV. Game 1 features Alliance against number 4 seed Sydney. Alliance enters at 17-5 and currently they're in 8th in Class B power points. A top 8 finish for the Bulldogs, and they'd be in line to host a district final coming up on Saturday. Game 2 tonight, Scottsbluff taking on Gering. The 2 rivals played just a few nights back, with Scottsbluff winning at home. That final score over at SHS was 66-53. Scottsbluff enters at 13 in power points in Class B, and here's their head coach Scott Golian on the possible scenarios for the Cats moving forward this week.
There's still a lot of things that could happen. I think if we're able to go 2-0, we got a chance to move up to number 11, and then possibly 10, but that's pretty slim. I think we're fairly locked in at 13, maybe 14 if we would, lose the first one. I think 1-1 pretty much locks us into the 13 spot at the very least.
Gering would need to come up with a pair of wins in this tournament to reach a district final on Saturday. And for Coach Rick Winkler, he knows the first step is tonight's neutral floor matchup with their arch rival.
Kind of come out and punch them in the mouth at the beginning, and then from that you got to limit your turnovers. You got to out rebound them. You got to put the ball in the basket. We need to have one of those nights where we go off shooting wise and we move the ball around a little bit more. And
we'll have TV coverage for this one and also add radio to the docket, 960 100.3, and as always streaming at KNEB.com. Hear from both head coaches between games, and then this one should tip off at around 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night's championship game will be on both TV and radio starting at 6:15. Tip for the title at 6:30. And plenty of big highs over the weekend for Cougar athletics. The basketball teams won a combined 4-0 as the women locked up home court advantage for the Region 9 tournament. The men picked up their 20th and 21st wins of the season. Also, the baseball team for WNCC feeling much better after an 0-4 start to the season. In the win column, 3 out of their 4 games were victories against Miles Community College, and then the softball team won 2 over Garden City Community College on Thursday before having 2 more games canceled on Friday. That's the latest today from right here at the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's coming back with a check on that community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.
It pays to be the early bird at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming during our early bird triple savings sale. Right now, you'll save 20% on any window and patio door. Plus, don't pay anything until 2020. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2020. Plus, receive a free glass upgrade with the purchase of 3 or more superior quality Renewal by Anderson windows or patio doors. Call 307-472-2199 to book your free in-home estimate today and take advantage of our early bird triple savings sale.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been.
let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
And finally tonight, the Chadron School Board has decided to use the Nebraska Association of School Boards as its consultant in searching for a successor to Superintendent Dr. Caroline Winchester, who is retiring at the end of next school year. The Chadron Board heard presentations last month from 3 firms, and Board President Tom Menke says all 5 members felt more comfortable with the NASB. Menke says that the board also liked the fact that the School Board Association had many more years of experience in superintendent searches. The Chadron Board would like to be able to make a choice by the end of this year, if possible, to allow as much transition time as possible. Menke says their first meet with the NASB will be 1 month from now, and part of the initial meeting will be coming up with a list of attributes that the board wants in the new superintendent.
Some of it's also going to be just kind of setting up the parameters that we're going to be needing to do. Not only that, timelines, different members that we're going to be needing to talk to as far as community members, staff members. This is going to be a community search for us, and we want to make sure that we're just trying to put all due diligence forward on this and move forward.
The Chadron School District also used the School Boards Association when it selected Winchester back in 2010. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.